We are assembled here together to celebrate freedom. As we look on the stones that remind us of the battles that are at first seem lost, this day we revel in the ultimate victory that put an oppressor to flight. These stones are our Ebenezer, a reminder to us and our children. Till now, the Lord has helped us. We pause today to recall that our freedom required a united stand against oppression. The pursuit of life and liberty did not come without sacrifice. Yet even in the imperfect pursuit of happiness, we can continue to reach forward for that which was grabbed hold of for us, the ability for a father's children to live a more abundant life. For we are the children who live off of the inheritance of freedom left to us by wise fathers. We seek to continue in wisdom so that we can put forth and invest to pursue that which brings delight to the heavens. We ask for the wisdom to build on that which has been given to us so that we, too, can leave an inheritance to our children's children. May we continue to be a nation that always holds out a promise of a better life. We are a collective people who live as one nation that continues to seek truth and justice. Today we stand on a promise of acceptance where there was once rejection, a promise of light in a too often dark world. We stand together under a banner of stars, one nation for all those who seek to gain the freedom fought for on this very site. We stand here today knowing that we can be justified in our stand together by way of a father's sacrifice yesterday. Today, we continue to walk with our children into a future liberty, the liberty to set aside differences, the reconciliation for the common promise of life, a life together and indivisible. Today is another day that you have made, a day of freedom, justice, and a new way of life. Today we rejoice, and we will be glad in it. Amen.
And we also want to welcome Sarah Cuthbertson from the school committee.
Lexington High School student Aria Marr will play Calls to the Colors while members of the Lexington Company raise the flag.
We are proud to introduce a special guest, Todd Angeli, the voice of the Boston Bruins, who will sing our national anthem, accompanied by the Lexington High School Band, under the direction of Justin Armorardi and Garrett Wallace.
Please join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please welcome Lieutenant Colonel Richard Basinger, Deputy Commander, Hanscom Air Force Base, who will offer greetings from Hanscom Air Force Base.
Good morning and greetings from Hanscom Air Force Base. My name is Lieutenant Colonel Richard Basinger, and I am the Deputy Installation Commander at Hanscom. It is my pleasure to be here this morning and to speak with you all. It has been a long time since we've been able to gather together like this, and while we remain connected virtually over the past couple of years, we are very happy to be able to reconnect in person with our Lexington friends and neighbors at this special event. As you well know, the Patriots Day celebrates the free and fiercely independent spirit that Americans have reflected from the earliest days of our nation, and Team Hanscom is honored to be a part of today's events. Later this year, the Air Force will celebrate our 75th anniversary, and while we weren't a service in 1775, today's airmen inherited their ingenuity, courage, and strength from the Minutemen and other Patriots who precluded them. As the greatest Air Force on the planet, we are continuing their tradition of successfully defending the homeland and achieving our nation's security requirements abroad. Thank you for continuously welcoming our military and civilian workforce and residents into your community, and for giving Team Hanscom the opportunity to be a part of today's important traditions like this one. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Jill Hay, and I'm here on behalf of the Select Board. I would like to thank both the residents of who brought forth this proclamation to the board, and I would like to share it with you now. Whereas at dawn on April 19, 1775, the local Lexington militia, armed and formed at the Lexington Battle Green, as the first shot reminds us all of the spirit of liberty and human dignity. And whereas against all odds, but with faith in the power of the Almighty and the human spirit, the people of Lexington challenged the overwhelming might of the greatest empire on earth with a spirit that craved to be free, independent, and to live in a democratic society that valued human equality. And whereas the people of Lexington, either by choice or birth, have received this historic gift as an awesome and sacred responsibility, together with the obligation to preserve and transmit its undiminished blessings to future generations. And whereas since that day in 1775, our men and women have answered the call of freedom over and over again to rise up against tyranny, brutality, and attempts to degrade the human spirit. And whereas if the power of good is still alive within us, deeds of human courage are called for now more than ever because of the overwhelming destructive and coercive powers in the hands of totalitarian governments, giving them the ability to inflict pain and death beyond human imagination or understanding. Whereas the brave and heroic people of Ukraine have fought their oppressors valiantly, and for that have suffered beyond measure at the hands of the Russian government, which in a brutal and unprovoked invasion of a free and democratic nation has shown its determination to destroy without conscience what it cannot possess, has made no attempt to limit destruction to military objectives, and willingly partaken in the wanton murder, starvation, and abuse of innocent civilians, women, children, elderly, and helpless. And whereas we, the residents of Lexington, have a special duty imposed upon us as the living heritage of this place we inhabit, and in which the great steps taken in the struggle for human dignity and independence long ago has not been forgotten. Therefore, it is our sacred duty to support and defend those who, like our predecessors, are now giving their all to defend their own liberty, and therefore advance for all the cause of peace and honor. And whereas Patriots Day is our special occasion to observe the blessings of liberty, humanity, and democracy that have been given to us as a special gift by virtue of belonging to the town of Lexington. Now, therefore, we, the Select Board of the town of Lexington, Massachusetts, do hereby declare that the struggle and sacrifice of the Ukrainian people shall be recognized in our observance of Patriots Day, April of the year 2022. We invite our residents to welcome representatives of Ukraine to participate in our celebration and urge all freedom-loving people to offer and support to the Ukrainian people both here and in their native country. In witness whereof we have set our hands and caused the seal of Lexington to be affixed this 13th day of April, 2022.
now invite members of our Boy Scout and Girl Scout troops to come forward and recite their oaths, laws, and promises. Ivy Lynn of Brownie Troop 70122 will recite the Girl Scout promise.
On my honor, I will try to serve. On my honor, on my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law.
The Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout.
We'll do the Scout oath. Ready? Shout it out. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. Now the Scout law. Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
You said it's the machine. It's always the cable.
We now turn to the presentation of our annual awards.
Presenting the 2022 Minuteman Cane Award is Select Board Member Doug Lucenti.
Hello everybody, good morning. I'm I'm filling in this morning for the chair of the Minuteman Cane Award, who's unable to join us this morning, Marie Hill. Today I'm here to present the 2022 Minuteman Cane Award to Leona Martin. To be eligible to be nominated for the Minuteman Cane, a person must be at least 80 years of age, a 15-year resident of Lexington, currently actively involved in the community, and an inspiration to others while exhibiting a creative approach to life through a choice of either a second career, a hobby, or volunteerism. This year's recipient, Leona Martin, was selected by the Minuteman Cane Award Selection Committee, who's pleased to announce that her service to the town is a hallmark of the Minuteman Cane Award, and Leona has demonstrated her dedication to serving Lexington, a Lexington resident for 57 years. Leona is among a few people of color who are a longtime Lexington resident. Leona has played a vital and active role in promoting civil rights and multiculturalism in our town over many decades. Leona has always been generous with her time and gracious with the broad range of people she has come in contact with through her community involvement. Leona was a trailblazer in working on civil rights issues here in Lexington. As far back as the late 1960s, she served as a publicity chairman for both the Lexington Civil Rights Committee and the Lexington METCO program. She was appointed by the Board of Selectmen to the Lexington No Place for Hate Steering Committee and was instrumental in helping the town become a No Place for Hate community. In 2008 to 2014, she was a founding member of the Lexington Human Rights Committee. She was the first and only black member elected as commissioner of the Lexington Housing Authority, where she served for 25 years. She was a member of the Lexington Fair Housing and Human Relations Committee for 10 years and was appointed to several other town committees. In addition, she served as a town meeting member for 14 years. Her interest in celebrating the diversity and multiculturalism of our community led her to help organize and coordinate for 10 years LexFest, a multicultural event that represented all races and cultures. Leona is well respected as a leader and mentor for Lexington's African American community. When the Association of Black Citizens of Lexington, ABCL, was formed in 2017, they looked to Leona for guidance and her perspective on the history of civil rights efforts in town. She served as the first chair of their Historic and Cultural Events Committee and remains an active member. She is a strong advocate for affordable housing to enable families of diverse backgrounds and financial means to be able to live in Lexington. Leona's spirit, commitment, and determination have helped to make our town a more inclusive and welcoming place for all citizens. It's therefore with great pleasure that we, the Select Board, proclaim Leona Martin to be the 2022 Minuteman Cane Award recipient. Congratulations.
Hope you don't mind, I have a few words to say. I can stand for a minute. Oh, this is really nice. Another surprise.
My pleasure to be here today, and my surprise for this honor. Just made some remarks, and I want to read them because it has to do with culturalism and my history, so to speak. It is my honor today to thank you, to say thank you to the town of Lexington and the Minuteman Cane Committee for this most gracious Minuteman Cane Award. Our family, my husband Charles, and two sons, Russell and Ronald. As a matter of fact, Russell here. He's oh, there he is. He went to park his car. Somebody gave him a nice spot, so I'm glad you got here, Russell. Just as I was going to mention your name, talking about my family, my husband Charles and my two sons, Russell, the eldest, and Ronald, who lives in Illinois. But he's well aware of what's going on. We have enjoyed our 50 years plus living here in Lexington. It has been an honor to serve the community. I felt it necessary for our community to know us in order that our family and other families like ours may have a joyful life and feel safe here. Born in a Boston hospital, raised in Cambridge, and mostly in the West Medford community, I learned the value of knowing I've learned the value of knowing, helping, and living peacefully with your neighbors. My accomplishments have been aided along the way with the aid of many neighbors and friends who helped me achieve some of my endeavors. To name a couple of first collaborators of the decade-long LesFest Connecting Our Cultures, who are no longer with us, Alice, Ricky, and Dan Fenn were there. Vicky's ideas to make something happen, and Dan's money-raising abilities got us off to a great start. We were able to bring many friends and neighbors together to celebrate the diversity of the town. It was a way for people to get to know one another and learn more about their values, customs, and foods. As I became more involved with taking care of declining family elders, I lost track of many of those kind people. I wish they were here today to share in this joyful occasion. My husband Charles wishes he could be here with me, and I wish he could be here as well, but the logistics of getting him around may have been too much for him. I'm glad I had that foresight. I'm huffing and puffing at the moment. It occurs to me that this is an ironic occasion because of my family history. I dedicate this award to my African ancestors. Although along the way my ancestry is mixed race, the irony comes as I am a descendant of black loyalists on both sides of my family. For those who don't know, historically the story goes back to 1783 in the colonies, when the British promised slaves land and freedom for their health. A lot of slaves and ex-slaves took them up on this offer, and about 3,000 met and left the New York harbor on ships that took them to Nova Scotia, Canada. They were all looking for a better life. Once they arrived and tried to exist in that cold climate, some found their way back to Africa. Some stayed and made a life for themselves there, but others found their way back to the U.S. after the turn of the century. About 2 or 3 years before or after 1900, many of my Canadian ancestors found their way back to the New England area, settling in places like Everett, Cambridge, and Somerville. So, as a descendant of black loyalists whose journey began in Africa, through South Carolina, New York, and Canada, I can say that my journey may probably end here in Lexington, where my family has lived for over 50 years. Again, thank you on behalf of my ancestors and my immediate family for the honor of this Minuteman Cane Award. I know at one time the Boston Post cane, now the Minuteman Cane, was lost and found. Like the Minuteman Cane, my ancestors were often lost, but I can truthfully say that this black loyalist descendant has found and has lived safely and most joyfully in the town of Lexington. Thank you again.
We also would like to welcome State Representative Ken Gordon. Presenting the 2022 Youth Recognition Award is Select Board Member Susie Berry.
Good morning. As the Select Board Liaison to the Youth Commission, I'm honored this morning to present the 2022 Outstanding Youth of Lexington Award. 45 years ago in 1977, at the suggestion of Winston Pat Flynn, the town of Lexington formed the Youth Award Subcommittee of the Lexington Youth Commission to recognize the outstanding service and achievements among the youth of Lexington annually with an award to be presented on Patriots Day. The first award was presented in 1979, and the award has been presented annually since, with the exception of 2020, which was due to the pandemic. Earlier this year, Pat Flynn passed away at the age of 97. I ask you join me in a moment of silence to acknowledge Pat's passing and his contributions to the Lexington community and to the founding of the Outstanding Youth of Lexington Award. Thank you. This morning, the 2022 Outstanding Youth of Lexington Award is being awarded to two deserving Lexington High School students. Both recipients are excellent students, dedicated volunteers, strong role models, and they display outstanding leadership skills. Our first recipient is Madeline C. Lucente. Madeline is described by her teachers at Lexington High School as a kind, hardworking student who is willing to take a lead when tackling projects in the classroom and beyond. Her enthusiasm for the subject material is infectious and helps to motivate and engage her classmates. She volunteers her time to the benefit of the community and plays an active part in the high school community. When asked, "What does community service mean to you?" Madeline replied, "Community service has played a prevalent role in my life since I was really young, mainly because I have always found joy by helping people. To me, community service isn't just something to put on an application for college or just another graduation requirement. Community service and the ability to give back to the town that raised me is something that makes me who I am." Madeline has been an active member of the Lexington Youth Commission for the past 4 years, holding various leadership roles, including currently serving as president. Madeline is also the student representative on the town's Strategic Equity Advisory Team, SEAT, a town committee striving to help further the town's diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts. She is proud of her position, making sure that student voices are heard. Madeline is also an active participant in the performing arts at Lexington High School, including singing in and serving as the section leader in the honors chorus, singing as a member of the a cappella group Noteworthy, and participating in the musical productions for all 4 years of her high school career. Her love of the performing arts further led her to volunteer her time as a drama teaching assistant at Clark Middle School, and for 7 years she has served as an altar server at Sunday Mass at St. Bridget Church. Our second recipient this morning is Skylar K. Spencer. Skylar is a very active member of the Lexington High School community as a National Honor Society member, a member of the girls basketball and girls softball teams, and a participant in the LHS Best Buddies program and Special Olympics. Skylar has also served as the co-leader of the Helping Homeless Club, the Lex Be Friends Club, and has assisted with the Unified Basketball team. Skylar has worked as a Lexington Recreation Camp Counselor, Inclusion Specialist, and Program Leader, as well as a Lexington Little League Softball umpire. Skylar's teachers at Lexington High School commented, Skylar has figured out who she is as a student, and perhaps more importantly, who she is as a person. She is outgoing, self-confident, and self-assured. When asked, what does community service mean to you? Skylar replied, community service means I can go to college knowing that I have given back to the town that has given me so much. It means that I get the opportunity to be a part of the town magic I was so mesmerized by as a little girl. Skylar has also been an active member of the Lexington Youth Commission for the past 4 years, including holding various leadership roles. Most importantly, her time and dedication to the group made a difference in the community service that the Lexington Youth Commission does in town. With a highly successful Flamingo project last year during the pandemic, Skylar single-handedly created the entire processing and scheduling of the Flamingo displays. It was the key volunteer for transporting and completing the flamboyance of flamingos throughout the town for the entire month of May. Madeline and Skylar are talented students, dedicated volunteers, and strong role models with exceptional leadership qualities. For all these reasons and more, it is an honor to present the 2022 Outstanding Youth Award of Lexington to Madeline C. Lucente and Skylar K. Spencer. Signed on April 13, 2022 at Lexington Select Board, Jill I. A. Chair, Douglas M. Lucente Vice Chair, Joseph N. Pados, Dan E. Barry, and Mark D. Sandy. Congratulations, Maddie and Skylar.
Paula Rizzo-Riley, president of the Lexington Lions Club, will introduce the past recipients of the White Tricorn Hat Award and announce the winner of the 2022 White Tricorn Hat.
Welcome, and thank you all for coming out this morning. I'm here to award the White Tricorn Hat to a very deserving candidate. Please let me give you some background on the criteria of the awarding of the White Tricorn Hat. The criteria used by the selection committee is the candidate must be a current resident of Lexington, not a major elective office holder, someone who has demonstrated a dedication to the principles of outstanding citizenship and has advanced the American way of life in Lexington by giving unselfishly of their time and talents over the years, beyond the normal bounds of their occupation. The award is made without regard to gender, race, or religious affiliation. Past recipients are ineligible. I would like to acknowledge all the past recipients of the White Tricorn Hat that have joined us this morning. Hopefully we didn't have anybody extra show up to begin. So we have 1997 recipient David Williams. 1998 recipient William Daly Jr. 2001 recipient Peter Kelly. 2004 recipient Leo McSweeney. 2007 recipient Beverly Kelly. 2008 recipient David Wells. 2009 recipient Nick Canalonga. 2011 recipient John Carroll. 2012 recipient Eric Carlson. 2013 recipient Bob Sacco. 2014 recipient John Lucente. 2015 recipient Dan Buza. 2016 recipient Dick Perry. 2019 recipient Carla Fortman, and 2021 Lester Savage. We have lost 4 white Tricorn Hat recipients since we last met here on the green. I'm going to list their names and then we'll have a moment of silence. 2000 recipient Jacqueline Ward. 2000 recipient David Fenn. 2002 recipient Donald Wilson. 2006 recipient Winston E. Pat Flynn. And 2018 recipient Hank Mann. We can have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Now, on to this year's recipient. This person has been a lifelong resident of Lexington. This person has served on the following civic activities. Lexington Media Board of Directors, 2011 to present, Chairman, 2019 to present. Lexington Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, 2014 to 2021. Chair President, Chamber of Commerce from 2018 to 2020, and Vice Chair from 2016 to 2018. Brookhaven Board of Directors Trustee, February 2021 to present. Greater Merrimack Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau. Lexington Representative Board of Directors, 2012 to present. East Lexington Business Association, newly formed, 2019 to present. Town Celebrations Committee, Town of Lexington, 2001-2009. Lexington Tourism Committee, 2009 to 2012. Lexington High School Athletic Hall of Fame, 2000 to present. Served in town meetings for over 30 years in 4 different precincts. Precinct 1, 2, 3, and 5. This person has served in volunteer activities. Pop Warner football coach, 1980s. Lexington Little League baseball coach, 1990s. Lexington Mass Federal Credit Union, 2008 to 2018. Board of Directors and Supervisory Chair. Lifelong member and past chair of the Lexington Democratic Committee. And volunteered to take photos each year at the Lab Lexington High School Special Olympics. This person has led to beautify East Lexington with flower barrels in the spring and summer and holiday wreaths on utility poles. This person has also co-created Coffee with the Candidates. I could go on, but they only give me so much time here to present this white Tricorn Hat. Now, this person, of those of you who have not guessed who I'm speaking about, this one should be a giveaway. This person has volunteered for nearly 10 years to co-anchor the annual Patriots Day Parade in Lexington. Not doing that this year. And he's usually behind the camera lens. Well, not this year. I would like to call up Jim Shaw to congratulate the awards of White
I'm at a loss for words, if you can believe that. Paula, thank you very much. I really am completely taken by this. You know, there are so many deserving people in this community that deserve these types of honors, and I'm humbled. I'm humbled to be joining the distinguished group of folks over there who collectively have done so much for this community. You know, if I was to dedicate this to anyone in particular, it would be my dad. Some of you may remember my dad, Dick Shaw. He was a longtime member of the Lions Club, former president of Little League, and president of Pop Warner for a long time. And he instilled these values about giving back into the community, and I kind of picked it up from there. So if I could share this honor with anybody, it would be with my dad. He loved the Lions Club, as do I. I'm a member of the Rotary Club, and I'll probably get fined for saying how much I love the Lions Club, but that's okay. I'll gladly pay it. I want to thank my family, particularly my wife who's here. I can't believe she's here this morning. I'm usually not in this position, so I really am at a loss for words. Just to say, you know, I hope these awards, not just this, but the Youth Award and Leona Martin, my good friend who has the Cane Award, you know, they signify how important it is to give things back in time, energy, and resources to the community. Communities only run successfully because of the people that prop them up. So with that, I'll thank you all. So good to see so many members of my family. I saw a couple, but they live here in Lexington, so I figured they finally decided to get up in the morning and come. So anyway, thank you so much to the Lions Club and to all of you. I'm humbled. Thank you.
Susie Berry, member of the Lexington Select Board, to make a very special announcement regarding the upcoming commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the Battle of Lexington.
In 3 very short years, Lexington will celebrate the 250th anniversary of the Battle of Lexington. And along those lines, the planning has begun. The Select Board recently stood up the Semi-Quincentennial Commission, and they got to work right away. One of the first things they did was they held a logo contest. And the logo contest was open to students of a high school age, whether they lived in Lexington or attended school in Lexington. We received over 40 entries. They were judged by a jury, a volunteer jury. We're very grateful to them for that. And I'm here this morning to reveal the winners and the logos. And so if I can direct your attention over here towards the 3 covered displays. Going in reverse order, our second runner-up is Nina Abra. So we're revealing these logos for the first time, and they are also receiving a congratulatory check. Our first runner-up is Tasmin Gandianli. And the winner of the 250th logo contest is Ira DiFrancesco. This logo you will also see this afternoon in the afternoon parade prominently displayed on the float by Wilson Farms, and Ira will be riding on that float as well. As Jim Shaw said, a community is only as good as the people that prop it up, and we are going to need your help to make this celebration in 2025 a success. Look for the Semi-Quincentennial Commission Lexington 250 to have a booth at Discovery Day, the end of May. And you'll be seeing more information coming out on social media and through the town. Thank you.
Pastor Brent Maracle will now offer the benediction.
Bow your heads with me. We draw our gathering to a close, O God. It's our collective desire to continue in unity as a people, to leave this place for the common work of freedom and justice for all. You do see past our imperfection and provide every opportunity we have for true substance in life. You have provided the freedoms we live in today and pursue into tomorrow. You open the conversations that lead to a greater peace beyond our understanding. Yet you continue to offer the promise to guide us into all truth, and the truth will set us free. Your desire is that we live in freedom and walk within the perfect law of liberty. As we walk from here today, we look forward to helping others find freedom under the stars we live under as one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And all those in agreement, as one voice shouts, Amen.
Amen.
Madeline Lucenti will now sing God Bless America, accompanied by the Lexington High School Band.
On behalf of the Town Celebrations Committee and the Select Board, Etha Padecki and I thank you all for joining us this morning at our celebration at this very special day. We congratulate our Masters of Ceremony, Ella Lucente and Ava Tamaro, on doing an excellent job. We are proud of our youth, and we welcome this opportunity to be together. We especially thank our committee members and volunteers who work so hard behind the scenes to put an entire weekend of events together. Please join us this afternoon for our Patriots Day Parade.
Thank you and enjoy the day.
Good.